Hey, it's Arthur here again, Renaissance Art. Wanted to talk to you a little bit about the standard paper that we use in all of our journals and sketchbooks. It's the Arch Text Wove, and this is our tearing table here. I'm going to just tear up some paper for one of our 9x12 refillable journals. Our paper comes to us in packs like this on a pallet. There are about 250 sheets in every pack, and we get the parent size sheets. Parent size sheets are 26.5 by 40 inches. And anyway, so I'm just going to tear up a set and just to show you that process and talk a little bit about the paper. So the first thing we need to do is just count out the paper, how many sheets we're going to need.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good evening.
And then get it up on the table here. Now for every one of our books we have just a paper template we make, and this is how we're able to mark the sheets so we can tear them to the correct size. And this is going to be for a 9x12 refillable, so we'll get 4 sections or 4 signatures out of each one of these parent size sheets. I'm just going to mark them now. So this paper is 100% cotton rag, comes from France, probably one of the oldest paper mills around. Arch paper is the paper NASA used to make some block prints, I think it was, that they send into space, and they chose the Arch paper because it has the reputation for being one of the longest lasting papers that's made. And that's the paper we use for our books. This particular paper is Arch Text Wove. It has a little bit of a tooth to it, which makes it really wonderful for charcoal and pastels and pencil and that type of thing. If you use a fountain pen, fountain pens with medium or heavy nibs or stubbed nibs work very well with this paper. It doesn't bleed or feather at all, and it's about 90% opaque. If you use a real fine tip pen, this may work, but we have a Frankfurt paper that has a wavy laid pattern and a more a harder surface, a more polished surface on it, which gives you a smoother write. Anyway, it's all marked. I'm just going to tear it up. This is what we do for the paper for all of our books and photo albums. We save as much of the scrap we can, and we don't always know what we're going to do with it. But we just save it because it's just good stuff. A paper maker could come in and turn it into pulp again if they wanted to. So the first thing I do is tear it the long way, and then the next the short way. Paper's quite expensive, so you don't want to be making any mistakes on it. Tearing is a function of not just pulling hard against the straight edge, but also knowing how hard to pull against the straight edge and how much to pull up. And when you get into our heavier papers, like we use for the photo albums, you can create a wider decal by putting less pressure on the straight edge and pulling straight up more. This is the paper we use in our photo albums, or not our photo albums, our journals and our sketchbooks. Standard paper. It's 120 grams. I don't know how that translates into pounds. It has a little bit of a tooth to it. Anyway, this is enough paper right here for one of our Renaissance Art Recession refillables. 4 sections and 128 pages. And that's how we do it for every book.